had in one of those all-around games. Antetokounmpo dribbling off his foot, and a turnover. James powers to the basket, blocked by Antetokounmpo. Oh, what a rejection! Bucks the other way.
Welcome to another episode of the Hoops Ferro podcast. I am yours truly, the one and only Hoops Ferro. Let's get right into it. Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo has agreed on a 3-year, $186 million contract extension. This deal includes a player option for the 2027-28 season. Giannis obviously is making this commitment after the Milwaukee Bucks went out and got Damian Lillard in a trade with the Portland Trail Blazers. Essentially, Giannis's contract now lines up with Damian Lillard's contract. It also cancels the possibility of Giannis entering free agency in 2025, which he did tease in a couple of interviews of recent. Apparently, Giannis met with Bucks general manager on Sunday. The deal has been worked out. Milwaukee and Giannis had until 11:59 to get a deal done. And while we're here, we might as well also show you a couple other NBA players that were able to get a deal done by the deadline with their respective teams. You see Jaden McDaniels being the second biggest winner of the day. He got a major $136 million 5-year deal done with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Cole Anthony gets new money with Orlando. Aaron Nesmith got a new deal with the Pacers. Denny Avdia got some more money with the Washington Wizards. Josh Green gets a 3-year, $41 million deal done with Dallas. And Onyeka Okongwu now solidified as the Atlanta Hawks center going forward with a 4-year, $62 million deal. Pretty much these are a lot of deals getting done with teams that are not expected to be great. I mean, Atlanta always has the potential to be really good. But for the most part, these are teams that have low expectations, and honestly, they just got money to give out because they got to reach that threshold from a salary cap perspective to be at least of the cap, right? But then there's Giannis and what he decided to do with the Milwaukee Bucks. To me, it's interesting, but I'm not surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand this. If you are a fan of basketball, I want you to understand that to a degree, you are a pawn. And I'm saying that because Giannis recently went out and did a couple of interviews, and he flat-foot teased the possibilities of hitting free agency in 2025. Now, there is actually no financial incentive for Giannis to get a deal done today versus tomorrow, in my estimations. Obviously, when I say tomorrow, I mean next year, right? Because even if Giannis had the worst injury possible, knock on wood that it doesn't happen, I would never want that to happen to the Greek Freak. Let's say Giannis tore his Achilles, which is like the worst basketball injury you can have right now, right? The Milwaukee Bucks next year would still give Giannis every cent that he wants. We just saw Kevin Durant get that done with Brooklyn a few years ago. Nobody's not paying Giannis, even if he had a crazy injury, right? Giannis could have got more money if he agreed to an extension next year. But what is Giannis doing? He's showing the Bucks a sign of good faith by letting anybody out there know, hey, the Greek Freak's gonna be here. You know, any potential sponsorship or brand endorser or whomever's gonna do business with the Bucks, they now know that the Greek Freak is signed. The only person that got played in this is me and you, the fans, because we believed in the potential of Giannis being a free agent, dead center in the middle of his prime in 2025, and potentially going to our favorite teams, whether it be the Lakers, the Knicks, whomever the case may be. And now that's off the table. So again, I want you to realize in sports, especially the NBA, you are a pawn oftentimes. There's too much money at stake to be leaving dollars on the table. And to be honest with you, all these dudes are trying to link and re-sign with the team that owns their bird rights. And if we're being completely honest with you, if they're really unhappy after the contract gets going, after year one of the deal, they'll just demand a trade out. So Giannis played us to a degree, acting as if though he wasn't going to re-sign until he felt like the Bucks were locked in on committing to winning. Because what really changed for Milwaukee, right? Yes, they went and traded Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. yes, Damian Lillard does solve a problem for the Milwaukee Bucks, but to me, he doesn't solve all of their problems. Yes, he makes the Milwaukee Bucks a better offensive team. Yes, there is a scenario in which even if Chris Middleton goes down, the Bucks can still put up enough points in the postseason behind Giannis and Dame to get it done. And they probably couldn't do that with Drew and Giannis the last couple of years with Middleton battling with injuries, right? But now I got questions defensively on the perimeter. The Bucks are not only an older NBA team, but they also lack a lot of athletes on the perimeter. Dame's not a great defender. He's never been that. He's a great scorer, not a great defender. So yes, bringing in Dame does solve a problem, but we have to also acknowledge in losing Drew Holiday also does create a problem. To me, I would have respected Giannis more if the Bucks would have traded Chris Middleton. Obviously, we know that they just signed him, but let's say they did a sign and trade in July, and they traded Chris Middleton. I'm just going to throw a guy out here, right? Let's say the Bucks went and traded Chris Middleton for Tyler Hero, right? To me, that's much more of a longer-term fix than going out and getting Dame for Drew. Again, what I'm saying is pretty much I understand the talent that Dame possesses, but you still got the biggest it factor on your roster. If Chris Middleton goes down, most likely the Bucks ain't winning the championship. That's it. Like, you still got the Chris Middleton elephant in the room. He barely played in the preseason. He's got the baldy now. He looks older than ever. He's in his Kobe era with the haircut. I'm just being honest and real with you guys. Trading Dame for Drew definitely solves an offensive problem, but definitely creates a new problem defensively.
I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing.
Why build theirs when I believe I can build my own?
You've already done it, or I wouldn't be here.
I'm already the only elite sports and music journalist in the game today. My goal is simple: to be the best there's ever been. So please don't go. Make sure you subscribe and follow the journey. It truly means everything to me. I tell stories. I talk music. I cover sports. I am culture. I am Ferro.